Hello everyone, and welcome to the totally subjective long travel 29er Shootout. Today we're attending the Plaid Goat Festival in Canmore, Alberta, and we'll be trying out several long travel 29ers. We're going to demo an Ibis Ripmo, Pivot Firebird, Rocky Mountain Instinct, Transition Sentinel, Santa Cruz Megatower, and I also threw on an Evil Offering, which isn't a long travel bike, but the Reckoning wasn't available at the time. In the following tests, there were several variables that I just had no control over, such as tire choice and pressure. However, each bike did have the sag correctly set for my weight. We're going to demo each bike on the same two trails. The first is an easy flow trail with a few jumps and berms, and the second is a slightly steep and technical trail. On each run, we'll look at how each bike performs and we'll record and compare times. Alright, so let's get started. The first bike up for demoing is a medium Ibis Ripmo. I am 5'10", so I'm right in between the medium and the large. The medium is more consistent with the reach and feel of my current bike, the large Rocky Mountain Slayer, while the large is a bit of a step up in both wheelbase and reach. Immediately, I could notice that the bike on the medium felt easy to maneuver underneath my body and pretty quick to turn.
On a medium Ripmo now. Taking it down the flow trail here. Woo-hoo. Woo. Oh man. Playful. Whew.
And that pretty much sums up this one. It was playful, and the time, 1:01:22.
Alright, I'm on the Ripmo now, size medium. I'm 5'10", and we're going to try the Reclaimer Trail again. Here we go. It's a little, pretty good. Back end feels a little harsher. Whew. Nice. Oh yeah. Oh, feels a little jankier than the Sentinel. A little more trail feedback. Alright. I mean, it could be suspension setup, but so far, definitely feels harsher. Up a bit here. That's a nice quiet bike. Had to take the long way around there. Little jump here. Easy. Feel like I can totally make the medium work. I'm right in between sizes, and first time I sat on this, I was like, no way, too small. But after having given it a few laps, a few tries on it, I mean, doing some riding on it, it's felt pretty good.
Alright, 4:31:05 on the medium Ibis Ripmo. Overall, I would say the Ibis Ripmo felt a little bit harsh on the rough stuff, but was easy to maneuver and pretty quick overall. Since I'm in between sizes, let's try a size large and see how that does. Okay, we're now in a large Ibis Ripmo. Right in this first turn, I actually almost have the rear tire wash out. It might be due to the longer reach, which I'm not quite used to. So the size large did feel pretty similar in the air as the medium, but the turning felt a little bit slower. And I was actually faster on soft yogurt.
Large Ripmo.
Let's see how it does on Reclaimer.
All right. Now we are Reclaimer, the large Ripmo frame. And we're gonna see how it compares to the other bikes. Yeah. Oh, a little squirrely there. So far it feels a little more stable, kind of to be expected, but I've noticed I have been kind of losing it in the corners. Andrew's behind me on the Firebird. Hard to say, medium or large. Sticky line. Here comes the jump. Up. Whoa. Whew. Oh my God, I love this bike. You really railed the turn there.
And the time on the large Ripmo is 4:32:01. It was actually a little bit slower. This is probably because most of the trail is kind of mellow and tight, and that's probably where the medium would shine. So being an in-betweener, I have the choice, and I would say if I was riding more mellow trails or was looking for something lighter and poppier, I'd go for the medium, and if I was riding something steeper, I'd go for the large.
Yeah, go. All right. On the Firebird 29er in size medium. And we're gonna see how it goes on the flow. So far. Yeah, nice and stable, quick. Andrew's in front with the Instinct. Backcountry edition, or BC edition. Woo. For a big bike, it's playful. Woo. Yeah. Oh yeah. Huh. Woo-hoo.
And a final time of 1:01:07 on the Pivot Firebird. That's a pretty good time, and overall I really like this bike. So let's see how it does on the steeper technical trail.
Ready? Alright. Let's see how the Firebird 29er does on the slacker. And some of this more chunkier stuff. Oh yeah. It eats this up. No doubt the fastest bike in this.
It was pretty quick to turn, and it rode everything really well. Now, this is about the point where I realized I had a flat tire. It was still pretty steep. I wasn't able to stop as quick as I'd like, and I lost a lot of time.
Always carry a 29 if it's every tire size. Tire big or not if you want it to fit a smaller one.
Back on the bird. Had a little flat in the Firebird there and the rocky stuff, but we're rolling again, and it just rolls over everything. Open it up a bit here. Whoop. Sneaky line. Jump. Oh yeah. Oh, this feels so good. That's a reclaimer on the bird. Yeah.
So 4:34.04. By using my times from the other bikes in the area that I got the flat tire, I actually get 4:29.52, which is a pretty good time. Now it's time for the Transition Sentinel. I've been waiting some time to try this bike, so I was pretty excited about it.
Woo.
I have to admit, with the Transition Sentinel, it felt very glued to the ground, very stable, but it wasn't the most playful by any means. It was actually hard to get up in the air, and I got 104.13.
Alright, enjoy. You too. See you down there. Alright. Testing out now the Sentinel on reclaimer here in Canmore. And so far, it's got a very similar feel that the Firebird had. Fast, rolls everything. Might even be a bit faster. Oh yeah, nice. I think it's a little bit slacker than the Firebird 29. It's got less travel in the rear. I think it's 160 in the front. Oh, pretty planted. Oh yeah. Nice feel to it. Really fast. Yeah, Sentinel feels a little harsher in the rear, but man, fast.
One thing about the Transition Sentinel that I must note is just how quiet this bike was. It was the most silent riding bike I've ever ridden, and that definitely earned some points for me.
Feels a little bit more harsh on the rear end. It's got quite a bit less travel than the Firebird. Also feel a little more stable. Turns.
So the final time on the transition Sentinel, 4:30.11, and that's with being stuck behind Trevor for a while. So this time could have actually been better, and is definitely by far the fastest bike on the trail so far. Well, so far after these 4 bikes, I'd have to say that I think the Sentinel was the fastest, and the Ripmo was the most playful. In between was probably the Firebird, who was both fast and playful. Well, that concludes part 1 of the Long Travel 29er Shootout. Please stay tuned for part 2, where we try out the Megatower, the Rocky Mountain Instinct, and the Evil Offering. Also coming up in part 2.
Whoa! Wild.
Oh my gosh!
Oh, watch out! You.
That was like the gnarliest seat I've done right this year.